Prepare to look beyond the headlines and patriotic slogans. We're diving deep into some of America's biggest historical and societal falsehoods. Every nation has its myths, but understanding the difference between comforting narratives and factual history is crucial for critical citizenship. Historical myths often shape our national identity and understanding. It's time to examine the nature of these foundational falsehoods in U.S. history. First, let's tackle the pervasive myth of meritocracy, the idea that anyone can succeed through hard work alone, regardless of background. The reality, however, points to systemic inequality and immense wealth concentration, where opportunities are far from equal for all Americans. Historical policies, from housing to education, have often favored certain groups, actively contributing to the economic disparities we see today. Next, let's look at the clean energy lie. Despite decades of climate rhetoric, have the promises of transitioning to clean energy held true? The persistent long-term reliance on fossil fuels, despite urgent warnings about climate change, reveals a significant gap between policy promises and practical action. Corporate and political interests continue to pose major hurdles, actively hindering a genuine, rapid transition to sustainable energy sources. Perhaps one of the most consequential falsehoods, the weapons of mass destruction pretext that led to the Iraq War. The primary justification for the invasion of Iraq was the alleged presence of WMDs, a claim that was ultimately proven false after the war began. The aftermath of this decision continues to reverberate, leaving a legacy of instability, immense cost, and a profound loss of public trust. Let's examine historical revisionism, the tendency to sanitize or gloss over darker chapters of U.S. history to create a more palatable national story. This revisionism often minimizes or omits the brutal realities of colonization, forced displacement, and centuries of slavery and racial oppression. Sanitizing history impacts how younger generations perceive our national identity and what is taught or not taught in our educational systems. Revealing these lies isn't about tearing down a nation, but strengthening it through honesty and accountability. It is essential to cultivate critical thinking and actively seek out the truth, questioning established narratives and media sources. The ongoing effort to challenge established narratives is vital for a functional, informed democracy. The truth sets us free,